This is a second stimulus check update. The House just passed a bill for a second round of stimulus checks to be sent out to Americans. And in this video, I'm going to give you all the details so you know what to expect about a second stimulus check and when it will happen. So make sure you stay all the way to the end of this video so you don't miss out on the details of this second round of stimulus checks that just passed the House. If you're new to this channel, hi, my name is Jimmy Mahalik. If you want to stay up to date on the stimulus check videos, I have daily videos coming out with the new updates. So make sure you hit the subscribe button down below. It's completely free, and click the bell notification if you want to make sure that you get notified when new videos come out. And I also produce videos on personal finance and making money as an entrepreneur on this channel. Now, the first thing to address is I've been getting a lot of comments from viewers that they haven't received their first stimulus check, let alone the second stimulus check. So let us know down below in the comments if you have received your first stimulus check or you haven't, so that we can try to figure out why there's still millions of Americans that haven't received their first stimulus check. Now, the bill that just passed the House of Representatives is called the HEROES Act. And it's not going to be the $2,000 per month reoccurring, that there is another bill that's still proposed about that. But this one is going to give Americans another round of $1,200 per person. Let me show you the details. So as you can see here, the HEROES Act will provide $1,200 in payments or $2,400 for married couples because there's two people. So $1,200 per person with an additional $1,200 per dependent up to a maximum of 3 people. The income thresholds are the same as in the earlier CARES Act, with money for the people where you will receive this if you're making up to $99,000 and couples making up to $198,000 per year. The amount will start to reduce from the $1,200 above thresholds of $75,000 and $150,000 respectively. Also, a part of this bill will cancel up to $10,000 in student debt for economically distressed borrowers. So as you can see here, a key provision would forgive up to $10,000 in student loan debt for people who hold private or federal student loans. Now, to be considered as an economically distressed borrower, you have to meet the following criteria, which is paying $0 a month on federal student loans to an income contingent repayment plan or an income-based repayment plan, or be in default on their private or federal student loans, which is 270 days past due, or if the student loan is in delinquency or forbearance or deferment. Now, if you have student loans, this is actually really good for you because up to $10,000 completely forgiven because of the pandemic sounds pretty good, because I know a lot of people pay their student loans for decades, years and years and years, and they never pay it off because the interest just keeps eating away at the loan, and it's hard to really keep up with that. So also in this bill, they're extending unemployment benefits. So as you can see here, for the 30+ million Americans that are currently unemployed, the HEROES Act will extend the measures of the first stimulus package, including the extra $600 in weekly federal unemployment, all the way through January of 2021 if you are unemployed. And independent contractors and part-time workers and self-employed people are now able to take advantage of this benefit all the way through March 2021. Now, if you are an independent worker or a contract worker or like an Amazon seller, make sure you watch this video over here where I talked about how independent contractors, realtors, anybody who's 1099 is now able to apply for unemployment and be able to get unemployment even though you weren't a 9-to-5 employee for a company. Now, the disadvantage that I do see right now for unemployment is that there's millions of Americans actually making more money right now on unemployment than they were making at their actual job. And the problem is that a lot of states are giving like $400 to $500 in unemployment plus the $600 per week from federal unemployment. So they're making $1,000 or more per week. And for some people, that was actually more money than their job. So I wouldn't go back to work if I was making more money on unemployment. And you can let me know if you would too. But I know that millions of Americans are actually making more money on unemployment. And I think that they need to figure something out about that, because we do want to get Americans back to work so we can get the economy back to working, and then maybe provide some extra stimulus for people that do go back to work, which I think would be a better benefit for people. Also in this bill is going to be rental and mortgage assistance. The HEROES Act will provide around $100 billion for rental assistance. It will be distributed through an existing nationwide grant rental assistance program that will verify a tenant's inability to pay rent and give vouchers to cover the cost of rent and utilities. The bill also provides $75 billion for a homeowners assistance fund meant to prevent mortgage defaults and property foreclosures. And I really like this. There's going to be $200 billion to provide hazard pay for some essential workers. This would come in the form of a $13 per hour raise on top of their regular pay, up to $25,000 for essential workers. Now, I think this pay raise for essential workers is really awesome because they haven't been getting any benefits like unemployment or anything like that, and they've actually been forced to work, kind of. So it's nice to see all the essential workers that have been helping run our country and keep everything alive get a little added bonus for still going back to work. I think that's really awesome. So now this HEROES Act has passed the House, and the House is controlled by Democrats, okay? So what needs to happen now that it's passed the House is it has to actually go to the Senate, which is Republican controlled. And the Republicans have said that they're not going to pass this bill. Now, that doesn't mean we're not going to get a second stimulus, because it already passed the House and it's going to go to the Senate. And Donald Trump and Republicans have already said that they don't want to pass this bill in its current form. And what they want to do is they want to negotiate. So the Republicans are going to negotiate on this bill, which means if they don't pass it, they will then come up with their counter to the bill, and they'll basically draft their own bill, which will give the things they want in the bill. The Republicans are looking at this as a negotiating tool, so they don't want to just pass the bill that the Democrats want. They want to get a bunch of stuff in there that they want, because that's kind of how Congress works. Democrats want one thing, Republicans want another, and whenever they pass a bill, they basically have to negotiate to be able to get this passed. The good news is that Congress realizes that this is an urgent matter, and they have been doing this really quickly. So we could see this happen as early as next week. So I think there's actually a really good chance that we're going to see a second stimulus bill passed. Whether it's this HEROES Act, which provides $1,200 per person, and student loan forgiveness, and a whole bunch of other details in the bill. I'll link the bill down below in the description if you want to read through it. It's pretty long though, I will warn you ahead of time. So if you do want to receive a second stimulus check, another round of stimulus, smash the like button down for me below. I want to see how many people actually are in favor of receiving a second stimulus check, because there are some people that want to, and then there's some people that don't think we should get a second stimulus check, and we should just reopen the economy and everybody should go back to work. So hit the like button down below. Let me know if you want to receive a second stimulus check, and leave a comment down below. Let us know what you guys are thinking so that we know what people want and what people don't want. Also on this channel, I teach people how to replace their 9-to-5 income by selling products on Amazon. You can actually replace your 9-to-5 income by selling one product on Amazon. I have students that are already doing that and out there completely killing it, and then basically working from home selling products on Amazon. So over here, I'll link a playlist that teaches you how to start selling on Amazon. And over here, I'll link more stimulus videos, including the video about unemployment for 1099 contract workers or independent workers. So make sure you watch those. Thanks, guys, and I will see you in the next video.